Alright. So Warrior Draft first pick. Cursed Blade, King's Defender, Matter Bomber. I used to really like Cursed Blade when it first came out. I think because of Fool's Bane, you can't really take it anymore because Fool's Bane, I feel like is a better recovery mechanic with less risk. And I didn't mind the risk associated with Cursed Blade. I think Cursed Blade was just fine. A lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was fine. But I think you'd rather have a Fool's Bane than a Cursed Blade, and I think if you have both, the Cursed Blade's really going to hurt you. King's Defender is a nice weapon. Good question is if these cards were just offered by themselves, let's say Fool's Bane didn't exist, which one would I grab? I'd grab a weapon here, definitely, over a Matter Bomber. Not like the King's Defender here. Matter Bomber is potential board clear, but we have, hopefully we're going to find a Fool's Bane for that. King's Defender is just a solid card, right? It's not quite a Fiery War Axe, but it's a decent card. Alright, Arcane Giant, Genie of Zephyrs, are Blood Warriors. I don't like the idea of Blood Warriors, but it's a little bit conditional. Genie's probably a really safe pick here. A bad Fiery War Axe is still a great card, indeed, right? Like cards like King's Defender, there's others that are comparable to the Fiery War Axe. You can kind of look at I almost called it Dancing Swords. Deadly Fork. A few others, right? The Paladin weapon, which I always forget the name of. All pretty good cards. I think I'm just gonna go with a safe pick for the curve. Grab a Genie. Ooh, Crush is a nice card. Sea Reaver I feel is too risky of a card. Twilight Guardian is a card I would not mind picking in Warrior at all right now. Just going for the Dragon synergies could be really good. But Crush is just very reliable. And it's a little bit better now, I think, with Executes being nerfed a little bit. Just for comparison, like Executes now 2 mana, you get a Crush for 3 mana. That you don't have to have that minion damage, you have to have your own minion damaged. It'd be really, really good. Ooh, Boulder Fist Ogre. Really nice kind of value card. You could just build kind of a greedy warrior deck. I've seen people getting away with shield blocks and stuff, which I don't think I'm comfortable drafting, but I think that's something that we go for. It's just a very, very greedy warrior deck. Focuses on basically kind of focuses on hero power, right? Like a constructed warrior does. Bash is decent. Prophet's a really solid card, and Frost Ellie can be good. What do we like here? I lost a game to Prophet yesterday, and that game I would not have lost to a Bash. Does that change my mind on anything? We have a King's Defender. Feels like Bash is pretty decent. I'll take a minion here. I'll take a minion. See, Healbot, this is the thing, like I've been facing against warriors that would probably draft the Healbot and go for that Fool's Bane kind of synergy. Hello Priora, how's it going? I'm just more comfortable with the Burly Rock Draw Trog here. I just want to hit the curve. Healbot could be very good though. Oh, 4 drops, yeah. I hate picking like kind of a tech card when my curve's not really filled in very well. Hey Duraxis, how's it going? Thanks everybody for joining the show. Well, it's not an evolved kobold. This is an interesting pick. I don't know. I feel like trying to be creative with warrior, but maybe we just stick to our roots right now and grab stuff that's solid on curve. I don't hate the captured Yarmonger here. Gnomish can help us spread, but I'm not sure if we want that. Do we just draft a really big kind of greedy card here? Suffering from the flu? That sucks. I hope you feel better soon. The Sea Reaver Acolyte synergy, yeah. Kappa. I think Gnomish probably the pick here. I just don't like captured as a big card. Warrior has better big cards like Obsidian Destroyer. I'm gonna hold off on the big card and just grab a cycle card for now. I like Alexstrasza. Could add some dragon synergies with the Twilight Guardian. The Shifter Zeros is fun. I think we want a reliable card here. Harrison Jones is decent, but Alexstrasza can be played in just about any game, right? Harrison Jones is an understated 5. That is probably, pretty good, but I don't think it matches up to Alexstrasza. Let's grab an Alexstrasza. I'd like another Spite Historian. Like, I kind of want to build that greedy deck. We could have gone for it, right? We got a Twilight Guardian and Alexstrasza. We could have gone for the Dragon Warrior. But I'm going to grab a Ravaging Ghoul. The card is very, very strong. It's less expected now that there's not an offering bonus on it. And it's just a really impactful card. It's really, really strong. It's not Barnes. It's either Fiola or Reno. Do we want a curve pick here, or do we want Reno Jackson? I think I'm willing to take Reno Jackson. Generally, I think I would take a Fiola. The Warrior is a class that doesn't really benefit from Fiola. And a 3-4 is nice, but we have 2 3s right now with the weapon and the Ravaging Ghoul. I think we go Reno Jackson. Going to be rich. Yeah, it's a heavy deck that I don't see a win condition in it so far. Fool's Bane. I mean, we could use a 2-drop, but Fool's Bane looks really good in the deck, right? With these potential double heals. Now I wish I had that heal bot over that Burley. The thing is, we're probably going to get offered another Fool's Bane. We could just take a Puddle Stomper. I think Fool's Bane's too good to pass up. It fits the deck, right? Fool's Bane is like super good. So like it should be an easy Fool's Bane here for sure. But it's just one of those things. Like I want to think about how the draft is going to turn out. Like if you're doing this by yourself and you're like, oh, what's the simple pick? Fool's Bane's like really default. Just you pick the Fool's Bane, you're happy because you have Reno Jackson, Alexstrasza, so both of those can potentially heal you. It's a really strong card. I feel like I'm going to get offered a Fool's Bane, so it means I'm going to have to pick another card later. And is that other card going to be something that I'd rather have over a Puddle Stomper? Because I'm not sure. Like Fool's Bane is a card that you can have 2 of if you're not necessarily excited. And I think the Reno Jackson's going to try to sway us away from it. Pick a Fool's Bane here though. Alexstrasza's champion is really nice. We have Alexstrasza also. Well, I'm not saying Alexstrasza. Alexstrasza. Alright, solid 2-drop. That's something that we really need right now, and has dragon synergies. Chips Cannon is probably fine here. I think I'd take a solid 2 over a 1. Chips Cannon has pirate synergies. We're pretty incentivized to draft most pirates because of the weapon synergies that they have. Warbot's an okay 1. But we really like Warbot if we're having the coin, because we have cards to coin into that are good, right? King's Defender and Ravaging Ghoul can be good to coin into if you have Warbot. The problem is games we don't have the coin, we're going to want the extra 2-drop. Why am I getting offered so many legendaries? Just lucky, I guess. I play the game a lot too. Yeti or Bash? We have one 4-drop already. Bash isn't exceptionally good as removal, right? King's Defender is just better. You get two swings with Defender. Bash is nice because it does give us armor. Like, delaying the game with this deck is a good idea. But I kind of like the Yeti. Maybe it's a good idea to take the Bash. Like, maybe we just don't want too many minions that we're giving our opponents the chance to react to and push very aggressively. I think I like the Yeti a lot, though. Bash's removal is nice, but Yeti's still pretty premium among the 4-drops. Nazos First Mate. It's really solid. We could take a Spider Take here, but I feel like we're going to fill in on our 3s. We have a Ship's Cannon also. Nazos First Mate is a really nice card to start out the game with. Walder Raider's okay too, but I think we just take a 1-drop here. The little bit of synergy with the Ship's Cannon, the weapon is really, really premium. I'll think a little bit about, you know, stuff like Curve, how the deck is affected by Reno. Let's take a Nazos. Obsidian Destroyer, I think. I like a Neutron in this deck. I like Akko even. But I like Obsidian Destroyer. I think we gotta go a little bit greedy with some of our picks. Pick some real big fatties, and Obsidian Destroyer is one of those. Nice little synergy with the Neutron and King's Defender. But I think we need big cards to punish when our opponent pushes, like when our opponent pushes our face and we have Reno in hand, we play Reno. We need some of those really big cards to really punish our opponents. I think we go with Drakenkin and Sorcerer. We have Fool's Bane and Genie on 5. So 2 decent 5s, and the Sorcerer is another way to activate the Alex Strauss's champion. I like that a bit. A solid 4-drop I think is okay. Maybe a little bit early on the curve, just so we can consistently hit a little bit of an earlier game. So yeah, let's take a Drakenkin Sorcerer over probably the better card. A Korkon's a really nice card. Reach, Harvest Golem, solid. I don't think Arcana Smith is the card for this deck. Maybe just as a delay mechanic. But you're generally going to be giving the Arcana Smith away probably for free. Could be a decent card to delay into a Fool's Bane. I think Korkron is better on its base. We don't have a very aggressive deck, so maybe we want to look for something else. We have 2 3-drops so far. Yeah, I think we take a reactive card here. Let's counter dragons. I guess you count Alex Strauss. It's very unlikely to land with Menagerie. I think we just take another profit here. We're happy with that. I don't know, Demus. We just get offered a lot of legendaries. A little bit lucky, I guess. Take a Renew and profit. Don't think we like Moat Lurker. I think we just like a Lights Champion here. Yep, like Lights Champion for the curve. We have a Crush in the deck. Moat Lurker can be awkward in these slower decks. Execute is still a decent card, right? I haven't drafted it yet since the nerf. I don't think I've played Warrior since the nerf. Weblord could be okay for us. We have two battle cries on 3 though, and a couple of early battle cries. Don't like this card in this deck. Let's just take an Execute. It's a solid card. A Nightmare, right? Wouldn't we rather have a Puddle Stomper? That's what I'm talking about. I mean, Hungry Dragon might not even be that bad for the deck. We have a Fool's Bane, we have a Nazos First Mate, 2 cards that are okay with Hungry Dragon. And it's another dragon to activate the Alstraza's champion. Let's go for it. I'm gonna keep to the Reno theme. Now we're gonna grab another Spite Historian. Like the card's decent now. We've got how many dragons? 1, 2, 3. That's enough. We only need a Reno if you drew a Fool's Bane, so it's active if you need it. Yeah. I'm just going to try to keep to the Reno theme for this deck. Maybe not make the most optimal deck, because I think Ravaging Ghoul is very, like, clearly the pick. Like, I think you can pass on a second Fool's Bane. A second Ravaging Ghoul is really hard to pass up on. But taking a Loot Hoarder I don't think is bad for the deck. Because it's a 2-drop, it cycles for us. And cycle's really valuable in this deck. Where we have Alexstrasza, where we have Reno. And we're lacking 2-drops. You guys want to keep to the theme? You guys want to keep to the theme of Reno? We can try. We only have a few more picks. We should be able to get it. Alright, let's go Loot Hoarder. Pantry Spider? Hey, we need a 3. Shield Bear's a thought. Like another, I mean, I don't even really want the Yeti. We have so many 4s. The Yeti, I don't even think is actually a card. I'm not even sure if you'd want it without Reno. You might want to try, like, you want to find a reason to draft these other cards because your 4s are so high. Let's grab a Pantry Spider. That can be an okay card to set up for a Hungry Dragon. Sorry, I sent Brandija a message. I'm not sure if he's got on Twitch yet, Wadi, but as soon as he's on, or as soon as I contact, I'll see. I think I have the files, but I just figured that he had the original. And if there's any questions, you could just work with him directly. Farseer or Bash? I think I like the Bash. Why do I like the Bash? So I want a little bit more reactive power in this deck. Potential execute activator late in the game. I mean, it's armor, right? It's like they do the same thing. One's a body, and one can heal a minion. That's the thing, though. And healing the minion can be really strong. How are we doing on cards that we can develop on 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be a 5th 3-drop. Hey, Kilodar, how's it going? Let me update the title of this stream. I think people might be interested in Reno Alexstrasza. You know. What do we want? What do we want here? Oh no, we have a lot of targets that could use a heal. We have a King's Defender, and we have a Fool's Bane. We have Executes. Maybe we just like the Earthen Ring Farseer. We've got lots of targets for it. I mean, look at all these 5 health minions. We've got a lot of healthy minions in this deck. Clickbait title. Yeah, I mean, it's what's going on. It'd be silly not to advertise it. Let's go with the Farseer. I hate this card so much. I'm not going to draft a Lord of the Arena. I'm going to look for a reason to draft a Runic Egg, and when I don't find that reason, I'm going to take a Silverhand Regent. I'm a little bit sad that I didn't pick up on the Bash, but this can be fine on 5 for us, I guess. A really bad 5, but it's something. We're going to like armoring up at some point in the game. Regent is decent? I don't think so. I think it's below average, which I would say is... There could just be a definition of words, right? That we have different... different definitions of it, but I do not see Regent as decent. Organ or Portal? It's a 3/3 for 3? Well, I don't see that as decent. Do we need a 5-drop? Or 4-drop, I should say, which is probably as the same average stats as a 5-drop. We just want a Worgen. I feel like we want a Worgen. This deck can actually run out of cards. Any deck can run out of cards. Well, no. I mean, But we have a lot of heavy stuff. We have 2 cards that cycle, a no mission, a loot hoarder, and we've got a historian. I don't think we were gonna worry too much about the too much about running out of cards. This is the better card. I got so disappointed with that Ironforge Portal. We have a couple of heals already. Nice card to potentially get an execute off on. Shredder? Alright, Trog. What are we doing on 2s? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not even a real 2 in the form of Nether Spite. Like, I really want the Shredder, but I think we have to take the Trog just for curve. That sucks, right? It's one of those things where you're like, oh man, Shredder's such a good card. And you're just like, Trog is okay, but you really want a Shredder, and it's probably not the right pick. I think we have to take a curve pick here over value. And you know, we've got a Hungry Dragon, we've got a Chillwind on 4. Shredder's really, really nice, but I think here the safe thing to do is just go with the Trog. I'd be happy with it. Frothing's a really strong card. Deck the King is interesting. Could be a card that gets use in the stack, but I think Frothing is pretty clearly the best card here. And we're probably fine on 3s at this point, but we'll grab it. Alright. We've got ourselves a deck. What do you guys think about it? Yeah, it's a bad Unleash the Hounds. I will put up the new deck list in a second. There we go. Alright, so we have a true Reno deck. I'm not a big fan of Reno. I think there's a lot of legendaries that are better than that. I think people see this as one of the better legendaries in Arena, and I don't feel like that's the case. But yeah, I'm wrong. Maybe undervalue it. I've had it, and it's been really good to me before. I just have this thing where I think people think, like, see it as a straight, like, oh, you play it and you win the game. If your opponent steals the board, in your card, like the amount of cards you have, the card advantage is equivalent to each other. There's no true card advantage. Oh shit, we have 2 Nerubian Prophets. Did I draft those before? Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. Never mind, we don't have a true Reno deck. Should have taken that second Ravaging Ghoul. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Hat Nat. I guess that means I need some coffee. Okay, there we go. Got a true Reno deck again. No, Dr. Balance isn't an auto-win card, right? You could be dead before 10-7. But, I see what you mean. So, what I was saying, anyways, let me finish up my point with Reno. If your opponent has... Really no zombie chow here. I got 3 Malkazars on run. It went well. It got 7 wins. I have the VOD saved, so you can go to my Twitch, my highlights. I have the run specifically. Actually, I have the run highlighted. So if you go to my highlights on Twitch, you can see the full run there, full draft in the run. Generally, I would play it too, but the Totem Golem just eats it for free, and it doesn't really help the next trade when we drop the Prophet on the turn. So when we were on turn 2, I just decided to armor up, play a 4/4. I didn't expect him to be able to play a 1-drop. Oh, I didn't say it was a bad card or enchanted. I just said it doesn't. It's just saying it's not an instant win card, right? There is a difference. It does win you games you have no right winning, but it doesn't win you every single game, right? I think, let me make sure I was reading this right. What was said is the only auto win card in Arena is Dr. Balance, which I said you could be dead by the time turn 7 is played. Or if you play it, you could just be dead on that turn, right? Hope for a pit snake, right? This could be bad for us. Well, the cards is it can actually be really frustrating out of Hungry Dragon. Luckily, we're not facing a Paladin, right? If we were playing versus a Paladin or a Priest, this could be devastating. Assume he doesn't have a 2 here. It doesn't seem like he has a 2 because he played an Axe and he also armored up. 2 slow decks, maybe? That's true, Hatnut. Yeah, you're likely to keep it in your starting hand anyways. If he goes into the ship's cannon, it gives me, it's incentivizing the trade here. I'm taking a lot of extra damage for it. I have a Reno in hand. The King's Defender then gets to go into the Yeti. His weapon wants to hit into the ship's cannon anyways. He could just say, oh, I hit into now, I play a 6 drop, and then when one of these goes back in, my weapon goes in on the next turn. And just give him a potential crush. But play around the crush. Okay. I did free up the hit on this weapon also.
What you want?
Nice card, bro. Farseer is really good there. Yeah, you know what, Camel Poker, it's Fool's Bane, it's one of those, oh, he did have it. It's one of those cards where sometimes you don't always think about it. And you should, right? But it's a newer card and it takes a little bit of a while for it to stay in our memory banks. Bane actually upsets our next turn quite a bit. We just play a Reno here. Oh my gosh, Reno for value? Oh man. Oh man. We're rich, boys. I can just sit and not develop? Why? Why let him gain control of the board? I don't think so. Give another Fool's Bane? Doesn't work that way. He doesn't get the hit in, right? If the Defender always comes down. 3. That was an error? I don't think so. I think he just wanted to swing, get the value out of his Fool's Bane, and then equip. Wow. Moves to the target that can generate some value. That makes sense.
judgment day, I looked around, I stood alone, I knew what I had to say. I said it's all my fault.
I made him, like, I guess, I mean, I made a misplay that really doesn't... Hopefully that's not freezing. Try to kill the Cult Master because we assume this deck can win on value.
Through the streets of Soho in the rain, he was looking for the place called Eho Fritz. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein.
This game.
Where was London? Where was London? Kitchen door. You better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night.
We could have played the Anorotron instead of Deadly Shot. Yes. Alright, I'll take a second. I don't feel like being salty today. I really was thinking about yesterday. I think I had too negative a tone yesterday. I got really frustrated. And again, I feel justified in my frustration. Like, there's stuff like this where you're just like, we shouldn't have lost that game. But I think the main thing to focus on is just doing the best plays that we can. We had some misplays early on, so let's try to stop those. Hopefully the coffee will help us wake up a little bit. And then just try not to get frustrated when, like, our opponent has to make the most desperate play to stay in the game. Well, to win the game. It's not even to stay in the game. That's the frustrating part, right? It's just like they're just like, it's like League where you see somebody and you're like, oh shit, and then you press, like, you just slam on your keyboard, you slam all the buttons and you hope that somehow helps you survive. But it's not like, oh, it helps them survive. It's like, oh, they straight up win because they got a 50-50 Deadly Shot. He turned that game pretty nicely around. I don't think it was him. I think he desperately played a 50-50 and then he top decked the easiest plays. Like, he top decked what, a Cult Master into a Hunter's Mark. He just top decked, right? Like, I like giving my opponents credit when it's due. I don't think it was due there, because I think when you save that, when you save the good jobs when it really matters, it matters a little bit more, right? And I think he's desperate and he got lucky. Bluegill OP, I can't execute it.
Been counting all your aces, you ain't winning. Your phone book full of numbers, standing names.
And this is my opponent's just playing a highly overpowered card, right? That's what we get at. Oh.
So aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should, I'd be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I make a real
Okay, this is gonna be seen as greedy. I have an idea here. The punish I have is a Silver Moon Portal. A Blessing of Kings Yeah. You Murloc Knight from a Murloc Knight. Yeah, Waddy, where you been? That's improbable? Yes. Is it inconceivable? Could have just hit because of Maelstrom Portal.
For a little while, I packed a big punch.
I don't think he's going to trade here. I think so I could have cleared the taunt, but I think my best chance is to use this let him develop hit here and then use the King's Defender. And hope that he doesn't have a Stormcrack, right? Good start. Nothing too insane. He's had good card quality. Raging Worgen's debatable, but like Raging Worgen is a solid card. Lightning Bolt, so far so fine. Is that the phrase I'm looking for? So far not so fine. All right. You have a Crusher coming down next turn? Gives me something to do with my weapon. Actually like this here. Really tempted to just run in the minion here. I think the minion's too valuable with the Shred on board. It's just I want to play around MCT, but we're really far behind. I like the Burly because something needs to go into the Shredder eventually, and the Burly fits nicely, survives, and we don't have to run a Shredder in and leave it weak. Plus, this seems like a turn that he might want to cast a spell on. Maybe baits out another Hex. If he does have another Hex, better to spread the board out.
Be purged. Be purged.
Sound of the rhythm
So Reno does help us out so far in this game. Just be careful with spells, otherwise the Burly contests the Frost Ellie.
Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. Mine is strictly rhythm. He doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. If any old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job. He's doing alright. Play the honky tonk like anything. Saving it up Friday night with the Sultan. With the Sultans of Swing. And a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner. Drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies in their platform soul. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. Sultans. Yeah, the Sultans that play Creole.
What am I doing here? Sorry, I had to take care of something real quick. Man, all the barrel spirits. We get rid of this Boulder Fist Ogre, and do we want to? Bump.
Then the man steps right up to the microphone.
I think I kind of want to get rid of the Boulder Fist Ogre.
Says it lasts just as the time bell rings. For now it's time to go for it. One more thing. We are the Sultans
Maelstrom Portal makes us pretty sad now.
of Swing.
It's a card. You play it or you don't. Okay. We're gonna be rich. Gonna get some bling up in here, yo. I've been saving on a down payment. I invested in Apple in the 90s. I'm gonna be so fucking rich in here.
Hey, give me that!
Gonna be rich. I don't know, my health could be important to me.
Baby thirsty. How much? How much?
Thought we should have just played a Fool's Bane over Frothing there. I do win this one, friend. Reno into Frothing there. What did I do? Me? The elements will destroy me? I was nothing but polite. I was a gentleman. Nobody has more respect for that shaman than I do. No one. I was watching the political debate. Well, I listened to the political debate while playing some League. I'm just trying to take some cues from Mr. Trump. With the first I BM somebody, and I'm really rude to them, and then I say, I have more respect for you than anybody else. That's right. It's like, all of you can go suck it, but I have mad respect for you. Hey Lightning, how's it going?
My mouth very rarely explodes.
Good. Good. Ship's cannon will contest on the next turn. Do we get to coin something? It would seem not. Just pass here. Alright. I'm gonna need to, Alright, what are we doing here? Ships. An autograph. I think we want the health out here. Frothing can protect it with a Korkon next turn. We have Frothing into Ravaging Ghouls sometime later on in the game. Do we want a 4-4 or 4-5 here with the Korkon followed up? Maybe we want a 4-5. Anybody else watch the political debate last night? Watch or listen? Oh, it's been rough.
Pass me that hot light scanner.
Like this, he doesn't really want to hit his weapon with this board. He was really busy not watching it. It's a good idea. Whirlwind, really? Archmage? Hey, Donald Trump ego. That brought you out.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not to life of imitation. This is closer to the reservation. Deep from the pistol that you play for. This pump the feeling that you stay for. In time, I want to be a best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Burn so bad, I wonder what the wave meant. White heat is screaming in the jungle. Complete the motion if you stumble. Go ask the dust for any answers. Come back strong with 50 valiant answers. The world I love, the tears I drop to be part of the wave. Can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you? The world I love, the trains I hop to be part of the wave. Can't stop. Come and tell me when it's time to.
What are we doing? What are we doing? I think we like the double threes here. Now is not the time for a hungry dragon. Sorry. Let's get going. Hey Falcon, how's it going? Yeah, and let's talk about Felry for a little bit. It's one of those cards where like, man, we have an execute in the hand. We could try to do something and let it live a turn. I feel like 90% of the time when I just let that card live a turn, it doesn't go well for me. Yes, do that. Do that thing right there. I'm doing pretty well. I mean, Arena's being Arena. That's the thing that it does. But oh my gosh, we're actually gonna get the value off of this roll. I think he has a whirlwind effect in his deck. Could just no. I could Corkron, bump, bumpity bump, bump, and leave us at no. There we go. This is fine. Alright. I think we're winning. I like this feeling. When we're sitting here and we're winning. Winning. I can't wait till Charlie Sheen runs for office. It's only a matter of time. Oh my gosh, how entertaining would that be? Guys, who this election has been inspiring to me. Like, you really don't talk about politics. It's a dangerous topic, but what's your wish list for basically what I want to know is like, what's the wish list for people you want to run for office? Like Charlie Sheen's on mine. Oh, I had a Nefarian to play, buddy. That was rude. Like, let's also okay. Who else would be really good? Like, because I think we've learned that like the more batshit crazy people are, I mean, it's you got to look at it as entertainment, right? Arnold, the old governor. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Entertainment wise, right? Entertainment wise. I'm speaking purely for entertainment. Oh, Kim Kardashian. Stephen Fry. I mean, okay, Stephen Fry would like legitimately be a good candidate though, right? Like, it's like it's funny, like I really like yeah, Neff came from historian. Like I really like comedy, right? I like watching stand up. I like watching I like just kind of like in a sense studying comedy. I really enjoy it. And one of the greater comedians, I understand this, George Carlin, right? But the problem is every time when I listen to George Carlin, I'm just more like, I'm not laughing, I'm just sitting there like, yes, you're right, that is what is wrong with the system, I agree, why are you not running for office, right? Like, I'm just like, like, I'm not laughing, I'm just like, this is correct, yes, I agree, yes. Hulk Hogan? See, I don't, yeah, I agree with Hulk Hogan. See it? CEO of Enron. That goes too bad. Guess we're expecting him to play a minion, so playing the ship's cannon there might be better. You think he gets greedy? You think he gets greedy with that? I think he just trades it into a 2. If he doesn't, then we got something. Ben Brode. Ben Brode's too nice for the political thing. What a swell guy. Ravaging Ghoul potentially allows us to... I think I like the recruit here. No, I like the Prophet. Because, like, I want the options, right? I want the options on the next turn. It's gonna bump into the ship's cannon, right? I could just play the Ravaging Ghoul. Clear off the minion. Why am I trying to stretch this value? Because I want to have more power on the board. So I want to be able to deal with the 5-drop. The problem is if I play the Ravaging Ghoul next turn, then I'm going to only have 3 attack going into his turn 5. Maybe just Ravaging Ghoul here is what we need to do. He plays a 4/5 here. I think this is fine. This would give us the option to play Sorcerer next turn. Giving him a DID play, though. That sucks. Not the situation we wanted, but we still got a pretty good ghoul. And he didn't use his mark for cycle, which is something. Or this is really weak going into turn 5. No place for mortals indeed. The bait turned out to work, right? He didn't get a 5/5. Or he didn't get to play whatever else he went. I don't know. He didn't have the beast on the field, did he? RoboCub is not a beast. Oh my gosh, OP. Wait. Oh, he top decked that. I was about to say, why didn't he just wait a little bit? Really want to trade this. Oh shit. Such a bad card. It's terrible, right? It's not even great on curve. Why is it a legendary? I'd rather have the other Peggle right now. Because then he'd be incentivized to trade here.
Where shall I strike?
Nope. 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 What's this to live? Taunt, please. Not punished. Nope. Actually kind of okay, right? Morgan goes in. He's just going face here? Oh, he's leaving up the drop mechanic. It's nice. I mean, I can just go in. I can just go in here if I want to remove it. So if we execute this, it's interesting. I think so, right? We have a crusher, we have a crush in hand. We get rid of both beasts, which is something that's actually really useful here. We gotta also, yeah.
First, reporting for duty.
Hopefully no Kraken. I got shocked. I was stunned. The Warlock cast confused. Isherwood hurt himself. You guys ready for me to look the fool again? Oh, this actually sets up dealing with the Onyxia. Yes.
Hey, give me that!
Free taps. Man, this guy does have some memes. Probably should just go face there, but I'm feeling lazy, right? When you're feeling lazy, you trade. Nixio's definitely, I mean, yeah. It, there would have been times it would have been Ysera, but, it's looking pretty good here. I'm sure. Let's see here. 3, 4, 5. Let's just do this, right? Is that pantry spider damage gonna matter? We'll see. So this goes up to... If he plays Reno Jackson, I think I'm actually happy. Another free tap! Okay. Hopefully he lets me get the, hopefully he lets me play Alstraza. Oh. Pantry spiders matter? It did matter! Oh man. Okay, that means I need to be a little bit more focused on the next game. Okay, that was an interesting game. Man, apparently we have a super OP deck because not many decks can beat Void, like a Void Caller getting a Void Caller and Void, wait. So he played 3 Void Callers, 2 of those Void Call, 1 Void Caller got a Void Caller and then 2 Void Callers got a Doomguard. I know he didn't play 3, but he got 3 Void Callers on the board. A rogue.
Do you want me to be talking dirty?
Yeah, we're done, aren't we? The best way to win is play a 1-3 versus the rogue on turn 2. Hopefully we have a dragon. I hate playing this card early. What do I want to play early against the rogue though? There's nothing you want to play early, right? I feel like because we've queued into a rogue, we've lost the game, so I'm willing to do something interesting like keep a historian. And that's the Buccaneer. And we just go ship scan into King's Defender. This is fine.
She's not good at it. Okay, those are kind of horrible things. I'm sorry.
When a ship's cannon, he daggers into an Oxtrasa. Yeah, I think this is fine. We pass and he plays a 2-drop and things start actually getting funky for us.
Ready for action!
For the life finder. In the mirror, all these lines in my face getting clearer. Past is gone. In red nights like dusk to dawn. Isn't that the way everybody's got to do?
Do we want a 2-1 and a 3-3? Which is really a 3-3. Or do we want something that can test a 4-drop? Because we can win on value.
Half my life's in books with pages. Live and learn from fools and from sages. Oh, it's true. All of these come back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today. Maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away.
That hurts.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today. Maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away. Dream on.
Alright, this is an interesting game. I was thinking about the Nozdormu, but it's mainly kind of a fun kind of pick. This is, and by the way, I really was doubting that he traded into the story in here. Thought he would double trade, so that's nice. He just can't spend the time, right, to trade into those cards. So we probably just go Sorcerer Armor Up and start hitting his face more. gosh. Oh my gosh. It's too. Oh man. It's too much, right? That is just disgusting what we're doing. I mean, it's a mage. This is totally deserved, but. Woo! Now we're out of Firelands Portal and Flame Strike range. Bug Creeper. Whoa. Rush or execute would be really nice. Giving him a pretty sweet Firelands Portal target, but he has to leave up 3 damage. Flame Strike is nice here also. Flame Strikes though, we not gonna be out of range, right?
My love has gone away. My eyes are open. Quietly at 100.
Okay, hold on. This is what is this?
This is what she has.
No. I'm gonna save the stealth for after the next Flame Strike. Reno works if we draw one of the prophets, but let's see here. I think Wadi might have just said something incorrect. Let me see it. No. You normally would draft Reno. I just personally don't think it's as valuable as others think it is. But Reno is often will be the best legendary. I'll take more. I'll take a Skycap and Crag or a Tinkmaster Overspark over it. But that's just me.
Someday I'll be just like you.
So, how the text arena says, if there's one copy in your deck, so it's not of your deck list. So, as long as only one of those cards remain in the remainder of your deck. So we haven't played either of our Nubian Prophets. So if we drew Reno now and played it, it wouldn't activate. But if we draw a Prophet first, we don't need to play the Prophet, but because it's out of our deck, we could play Reno after that, and we'd get the healing from it. Guess he's killing a Yeti?
Must cleanse the sun well.
For 2. 8/8 heals opponent for 2. How does he deal with it? He has to leave something else up, and we can get an execute on a target. It's a 2-turn lethal for us probably if we trade here. What if we heal him up to 15, put him down to 11? It gives him a flame strike, right? Ping, bump, bump, and flame strike. Firelands Portal is really rough for us.
Knowledge is power, and I know a lot.
This only works on the simple-minded.
Talk dirty to me.
So I got distracted by the music for a second. Oh yeah, GG. Oh, Dolph, reading your comment, let me, I just want to clarify. We do have 2 weapons, technically, because of Nazas First Mate. So we have Nazas First Mate and Fool's Bane. I'm gonna grab a soda. I put a soda in the fridge a while ago. Should be cool. And I'll be right back.
Regular girl, regular curls, regular video games and swirls, regular cinnamon swirls, regular job, regular tan, regular man, regular diamonds and pearls. That's just a regular world.
Ooh.
It isn't so bad. We all want to be someone. On top, number one. But I take what I get, and I make the most of it. 'Cause I know.
Okay, 11 wins. Let's dig a little bit, guys. Let's see if we can get 12. Let's get some hype. A little hypety hype. I would like 2 hypes. 2 hypes in chat. The reason opponent would like to be my friend. Sure. Wow, he's only at 9?
I want to be someone on top, number one. But I take what I get, and I make the most of it. 'Cause I know, 'cause I know.
See, sometimes you meet nice people. Oh yeah, we got the curve. All right, Frenchie, I see you there. I see you there. Don't worry, we've got what you're looking for coming up. Trust me. I wouldn't forget. Oh, I might forget, but I'm not forgetting this time.
Mind if I roll knee?
Coin, Twilight, Flamecaller, win the game. even if we double trade. Like the Frothing Berserker is nice, but Flame Cannon would beat it, win the game for him. Link in my stream? That seems a little bit forward. Sure.
They call me Hell. They call me Stacy. They call me Her. They call me Jane. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. They call me Quiet Girl, but I'm a riot. Mary Jo Lisa, always the same. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. I'm Mr. Catch if they throw me the ball. I'm the last trick standing up against the wall. Keep falling these hills that keep me boring. Getting clamped up and sitting on the
Alright, what's he gonna do? This is a scary turn. Farseer's looking very good. Where is it? We drop a Burly and he's forced to ping if we double bump. We double bump and we heal up. This becomes a 4-4. Do we want him to ping here? Or do we want... Good question. My turn 5. Is it just a profit? Be a Burly next turn. Contest the water, Ellie. Here's Abs. Wish we could develop a little bit more power here, but it is what it is. This is not going to contest a 5-drop well, but it's ults of Frostbolt, right? Can try to generate some value here. I feel like we trade into this. Seems like it's doing him a favor, but we rough. Wow. Haunt is huge. Ravaging Ghoul would have been amazing here. We kill 3 things, this becomes 3. We just have to drop a Boulder Fist and hope he doesn't have a Polymorph.
Of course.
Bell Reaver's so good, right? We could have dropped the Genie and tried to mill him some more. It's just rough. Very dangerous to leave that card up. There's a Polymorph. That's a huge card. Cone of Cold, also a huge card. Whoa! Okay. He has to win with these cards, right? These cards in the next one. He's a Flame Strike here. Fireland's Portal's not really good here.